Male dogs and female dogs are not as similar as you think. In fact, the differences might just blow your mind. In this video, we're counting down the top 10 strangest male versus female dog differences. These differences could make you rethink everything about dog behavior, especially the last one. It's a total game changer. But before we begin, please like and subscribe to support us. Now, let's uncover these fascinating doggy truths. Number 12. Female dogs can have puppies with multiple dads. Did you know one litter of puppies can actually have several fathers? Yes, it's true. Female dogs can mate with different males during their fertile days, and each of her eggs can be fertilized by a different dad. This means those cute puppies might look completely different from each other. Imagine a litter where one pup resembles the neighbor's scruffy terrier, while another looks like the golden retriever from across the park. This process, called superfecundation, makes every litter a unique surprise. If you're a breeder or just curious, this is why managing mating is crucial to ensure you don't end up with unexpected genetics. And if you're not planning on puppies, spaying your female doggies the simplest way to avoid this multi-dad situation. Number 11. Female dogs act differently when they're in heat. When a female dog is in heat, she turns into a completely different dog. Suddenly, she's the star of her own romantic drama, complete with suitors and all the theatrics. You'll notice she acts more restless, more anxious, and honestly, a little extra. Unspayed females go through this twice a year. During this time, they leave a bloody discharge that's basically a giant invitation for every male dog in the neighborhood. She might urinate more often, leaving scent marks to advertise her availability. And don't be surprised if she starts wagging her tail to the side like she's flirting. It's her way of saying she's open for business. To make things easier, consider investing in doggy diapers to manage the mess. And keep a close eye on her because she might try to escape to find a mate. Spaying your dog can save her from this stress, and it's way easier for you too. Number 10. Male dogs prefer women over men. It's a common misconception that male dogs are every man's best friend. In reality, they often prefer women. Why? It's all about perception. Male dogs find men a little intimidating because of their size, deeper voices, and sometimes facial hair. Researchers even did a study to prove this. Male dogs were more hesitant to approach unknown men compared to women. On the other hand, female dogs didn't seem to care much either way. If you're a guy trying to bond with a male dog, don't worry. Just take it slow, avoid towering over him, and use a softer tone of voice. Female dogs, on the other hand, are natural charmers. They seem to adapt more easily to people, regardless of gender. But for male dogs, that softer, more nurturing vibe women tend to give off is a big win. Number 9. Both male and female dogs mount for surprising reasons. Why do dogs mount everything from your leg to a random pillow? It's not always what you think. Sure, unneutered males mount more often, but females do it too. And it's not all about mating, it's way more complicated. Sometimes dogs mount just because they're excited. You'll notice this during play when your dog's energy levels hit the roof. Female dogs might also mount to show dominance, especially with other dogs. In other cases, mounting can be a sign of stress relief or attention-seeking behavior. If your dog is mounting too much, you can redirect their energy with toys or a good walk. It's also a good idea to teach them commands like off or stop to curb this habit. Number 8. Dogs get along better with the opposite sex. Dogs usually prefer hanging out with the opposite sex. It's like they understand the art of balance better than we do. Male and female dogs tend to get along more easily, because they avoid dominant struggles that happen between dogs of the same sex. When you're adding a new dog to your home, think about this natural dynamic. A male and a female are more likely to coexist peacefully than two males or two females. This isn't a strict rule, but it's definitely something to consider, especially if you want a harmonious household. This preference also ties into nature. Male and female dogs instinctively work well together to create a pack structure. So, if your goal is less drama and more tail wagging, mix things up. Number 7. Male dogs live shorter lives than females. Did you know male dogs don't live as long as females? It's true, and the difference isn't just a few months, it can be years. Studies show that spayed females live even longer, outliving their unspayed counterparts by up to 26%. Neutered males also live longer than those left intact. Why? It reduces the risk of diseases like testicular cancer and stops them from wandering in search of a mate. Intact males often face dangers like traffic, fights, and exposure to diseases. If you want your dog to live a long, healthy life, spaying or neutering is the way to go. Number 6. Male dogs bite more often. Male dogs are 6 times more likely to bite than females. That's a jaw-dropping statistic, right? Intact males are especially prone to aggressive behavior compared to neutered ones. This isn't just about random nips. It includes biting other dogs, unfamiliar humans, and even their owners. In a study of 20 different breeds, researchers found male dogs tend to act more aggressively in general. But don't jump to conclusions. Aggression isn't just about being male. A dog's upbringing, environment, and how it's treated play huge roles. Most of the time, dogs bite because they're scared, stressed, or feel like they need to protect themselves. Want to prevent bites? Socialize your dog early. And always treat them with kindness and consistency. Neutering can also help reduce those unwanted aggressive tendencies. Number 5. Male dogs are not good fathers. It's a common misconception that male dogs care about their puppies. Nope, they're more like absentee dads. While female dogs stay busy feeding, cleaning, and protecting their pups, males are often completely disinterested. Male dogs are wired differently. Their focus is on reproduction, not raising a family. Once the deed is done, they're off sniffing for their next mate. Compare this to wolves, where the males actually help raise their pups by hunting and guarding the den. If you're imagining a heartwarming family scene where the doggy dad plays fetch with his kids, think again. In the dog world, mom does all the heavy lifting. Number 4. Male dogs are harder to adopt. When it comes to adoption, male dogs have a tougher time finding homes. It's not their fault, but many people believe male dogs are harder to handle. They think males are more aggressive, territorial, or stubborn. While these traits can be true for some unneutered males, it's not a blanket rule. Most male dogs are just as loving and trainable as females. Unfortunately, stereotypes mean male dogs often get overlooked at shelters. If you're considering adoption, don't write off a dog just because he's male. Ask the shelter staff about his personality instead. You might find that a male dog fits your lifestyle perfectly, and you'll give him a much-needed chance at a happy life. Number 3. Male dogs have a nose for love. How do male dogs know when a female is ready to mate? The answer is literally in the air. Male dogs rely on their extraordinary sense of smell to detect females in heat. When a female dog is ready, she releases pheromones that males can pick up from miles away. It's like a canine matchmaking system. Meanwhile, females leave scent marks to signal their availability, making it easier for males to find them. This back-and-forth communication is fascinating. It's not just random sniffing, it's how dogs ensure the survival of their species. For owners, it's a good reminder to keep a close eye on unspayed females and intact males to avoid accidental encounters. Number 2. Female dogs are more likely to be right-pawed. Did you know dogs have a dominant paw? Just like humans have a dominant hand? Most dogs are right-pawed, but female dogs are even more likely to use their right paw for tasks. You'll notice this if you watch closely. Does your dog always step forward with the same paw when going downstairs or reach for a toy with one specific paw? That's their dominant side. Scientists have studied this by giving dogs tasks, like fishing treats out of a jar, and found clear paw preferences. It's not just a fun fact, it can help you understand your dog better. For example, knowing your dog's dominant paw might even give you an edge in training games or agility courses. Number 1. Female dogs are easier to train. Female dogs tend to be better students in the training department. They mature faster than males, which means they're often more focused and attentive during training sessions. This doesn't mean male dogs can't be trained, it just takes a little more patience. Male dogs are easily distracted, especially when they catch a scent or see something interesting. On the other hand, females are more likely to stick to the task at hand. If you're training a male dog, keep sessions short and engaging. Use high-value treats to keep his attention, and stay consistent. For female dogs, you'll find they pick up commands faster, but don't let them get bored. Make training fun for both of you, no matter the gender. Understanding male and female dogs just got a lot easier, right? But there's a bigger problem you might not even know about: hurting your dog's feelings without meaning to. So be sure to catch our next video, 12 everyday things that hurt your dog's feelings. One small mistake could mean your dog holds a grudge for life.